Hello, everybody. I hope y'all having a wonderful day. We are here once again with the gamers DMZ. First off, we have Miss Jasmine Moto here.
Thank you, Mr. Sir Rich.
Mm.
Hello,
uh,
everybody.
OG double M.
Hello, hello.
You have myself, Sir Rich, and our host, the one.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us again on this great Monday. And the first, really, no, it's the second, no, the first Monday in October. This year's going by fast. We're here to have fun and talk about gaming and what we've been playing. So, this is going to be an exciting month with games coming out. We got Call of
Definitely.
Duty, we
Yes,
got
sir.
Dragon Age at the end of the month.
Uh-oh.
So there are a bunch of games coming out. And there's a new game released in Game Pass. So we're going to start off with ladies first tonight and find out what Jazimoto's been playing. What have you been playing, Jazimoto? I hear you.
All right, there we go. All right, so I have been playing 7 Days to Die, of course, and Riders Republic. That's been my main thing lately. It's fun. I like the rush, feeling like I'm on a mountain bike, skateboard, BMX. That game is fun. Um, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. I always forget because I know that's not all that I played.
I know that's not all you played either.
Always. A little bit of that Crash Bandicoot that's in Game Pass.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's pretty fun. Um, Trying to think, did I play anything else really? I think that might be it. Yeah. But yeah, Riders Republic, 7 Days to Die was the main two.
Okay. What about you, OG? What have you been playing?
Let's see. I just been playing two games lately. Mafia and
Oh,
Space
the first,
Marines 2.
the first Mafia.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first
Okay.
Mafia
How you like it?
remake.
You played the original, or you just your first time playing it?
My first time playing it.
Where are you at in the game?
Oh, where I'm at. Oh,
Did you get to the hangar yet, like I requested?
yeah, yeah. I
What
got
did
to
you
the
see?
hangar.
What did you say if you got to it? Because if you missed it, you are so weak.
Oh, really? I must have missed it
Yeah,
then.
I'm gonna be the spoiler, but I'm gonna spoil it.
La 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 la. Go ahead, uncover my
Okay,
ears.
let me go ahead and spoil it. Okay, because
Go
uh,
ahead.
eh, what's the name of the developers?
Rockstar.
They are, yeah, but the
They
sub developers,
Rockstar published it. Who was that?
right?
Uh, who was it?
When you beat
Dang.
the game, you can go back to this chapter because you will see. I knew it when you was going there. I knew it was going to be there.
Oh,
I'm like,
2K?
watch them do this. No, uh,
Hangar
it was
13?
Hangar 13. So when you went into the hangar at the top of the
Ha!
hangar, it was
Ha!
13. And I
Yeah,
was
Hangar
like,
13.
I give them every bit of credit for doing that. I'm like, okay,
That's cute.
that was
Wow.
nice because I knew they were doing like, there's no way you're going to not advertise your own self going into a hangar. And they did it. I'm like, oh, wow. And they showed it prominently going in. You just have to pay attention to it. So that's
Yeah,
why I
that's
was
the
like,
kind
oh,
of Easter eggs they used to always have in games.
yeah. So that's why I was like, wait till
You know
you
what?
get
The
there.
scene is so intense, you would miss it.
You, right, you would, but by going into the hangar, you knew. But see, by them developing Mafia 3, and I knew it was Hangar 13, so I'm like, I know they're going to put it since they said Hangar 13. It was Hangar, and it
Right.
was going into a hangar. And I'm like, watch them do this.
You knew it was coming.
I knew I expected it because of Mafia 3, and I knew they were so prominent in Mafia 3 of saying who are the developers Hangar 13.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now, I bought the all three of them this weekend for $9.99.
That's a good deal.
That was a great deal.
Yeah, that's a good deal. That's a real good deal.
Even though I already had Mafia 3 and I already beat Mafia 1, but for $9, I'm gonna play now Mafia 2. But I'm like, do I want to hold it until it go to Game Pass probably in 2025? I don't think I can wait that long, but we'll see. Because I
Now,
mean, I
Mafia,
actually, yeah, Mafia 2,
Mafia came
Mafia
out
2.
on 360, right?
Yeah, but it's out now. It's what you call it as well.
They remastered that one too.
Yeah, that's why I said I bought all three of them
Mm.
Man,
for nine.
Yeah, it was like $10 for all three of them. It was like 90% off. I think it's still on sale. But it was a sale, straight up.
Right, because said it was a sale. Then I saw somebody on what you call it say, "Hey, look at what they gave. They gave me a special deal." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let me look in the store." And it said, "You got this deal." I'm like, "This ain't no special deal. Everybody got the deal. I ain't special."
Yeah, it says just for you, but
Yeah, just for you. It ain't gonna make
yeah,
you special. Just that you buy your money. If it's, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I want y'all to look at. I'm not gonna say. Then again, they're gonna take it away from me. But go ahead, finish your game so I can get to me, and then get to Thursday and get to me. Go ahead. What else you been playing?
and I've been playing Space Marines 2.
Look at
Actually,
that.
I've been in multiplayer.
all multiplayer Space Marines. Yeah, I'm thinking
Yeah,
about getting that this Friday.
yeah, I really
I'm
like
only
it.
one game this month. Well, not. I probably should get more, but I'm definitely gonna pre-order.
I need something that's a stream.
Oh, well, that's true. You got so many games. I wish I just had the time. I got so much I'm playing.
Oh yeah.
I
Speaking
played it
of,
for 5 minutes. I'm playing that for 5 minutes. Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Jazz.
I did fall back on a little reminiscence. I played Sonic Adventure 2 and my Katamari. All right, I'm done.
Okay. Anytime. What else you play? Um,
That
OG,
was it.
just that.
Yeah, I just been playing those two.
Hmm. All right, sirs. What you? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. What you
Oh,
been playing?
and my
Go ahead.
bad.
No, go
And
ahead. Go ahead.
Starfield.
You still up?
Oh,
Shattered
I know
Space.
I
he was
hopped
gonna
in again.
not play Starfield. He was like, "Oh, I want to play Starfield DLC."
Still got to install that too.
Okay. So, what about you?
You know, I was playing 7 Days to Die, of course.
Yes.
I turned on Elden Ring for a hot
Did
second.
y'all ever get to the eighth day?
We on the
Mm.
14th day now.
You're like,
We
this
on
is a
day
long
14.
day.
We on
It's
day
a long
14
day.
now.
Okay. What else you been playing?
Touched Elden Ring for a little bit. I got when I reached out to one of my old homies that played for Honor with. That
You love that
definitely was.
for honor.
Boy, man, it feels so good. I had him with me. We was getting the dust off together. Get that rust off. Yeah, for Honor, I had to go back to that, especially since they got a new character out there. I tapped on Sifu again. I only did like a half a level on that. Trying to remember how to play that game because I'm on like level 2, trying to be better to get to level 3 because I'm old on level 3. And
Okay.
I was streaming some Marvel's Capcom 2 as well on that Marvel Heroes.
Okay.
Actually, made somebody quit.
Hmm.
They, they rage quit on you.
On
Yeah, I made him
stream.
quit. Straight up, I was
They make
streaming.
you
He
rage
quit.
quit.
He
He
quit.
embarrassed himself in front of people. Didn't even know it.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then yeah, I was fighting. I first started fighting rookies, and then by the end of it, I was fighting. I can't remember what class, but it was like a higher ranking, like way higher ranking. Like people doing combos and stuff. I was like, oh, bet that's where I needed to be.
Yeah.
What else you been playing?
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Oh, I turned on Turtle Shredder's Revenge just to see the characters. I ain't played with them for a whole match, but
I haven't
that
played that in a minute, in at least 2 months.
they released the new characters and it's only like $12 to get them all. Well, it was. I don't know if the
Um,
sale's still on, but it was like one pack was like $7, another one was like 4.
oh, okay.
So It was inexpensive, but
Let me
that's
see.
it.
That's it. Let me see. I play,
That's
of
it.
course, I play Call of Duty. I'm still playing Trials of Mana. That's a long game. Long game. And I think I've already been in that game for 10 to 15 hours already. And I don't think I'm past chapter 3. I wish the characters had more powers, but I am getting more powers. I am getting more powers, but it's a long game. Square Enix can make some long games.
You think
Downloaded.
you finish it?
Excuse me.
You
If I
think you
play
gonna
it,
finish
if I play at the pace I'm playing now, because I only play it when I'm upstairs and my Xbox is upstairs. My Xbox upstairs before I go to bed. I'll play it. So I try to play for an half an hour to an hour. I'm usually it engulfs me for about an hour. So yeah, I think I'll finish it probably in about a month. It's not something that I want to focus on like when I play mainly downstairs. But at this point, when I come upstairs, I'll play it for a quick minute. And it's also I played it in the cloud. I don't like playing it in the cloud because it's not as fluid. It's okay, but it's just not as fluid as it being on the console. I downloaded Thorns and Liberty, that Amazon game, played it for a hot second, turned it off. Football game was coming on. Then, which the football game came on late yesterday. Sifu played that, and like Sir said, that game is fun. Uh, I played Starfield for a hot minute because I got to get back into it and getting all of my powers. So I had to do that. Played Limbo. I'm trying to get back into Limbo. And those are all the games that I remember. But real quick with OG, I'm going back to him real quick on Mafia. I like you. The more you play it now, Mafia Mafia 1 is more linear than Mafia 3, but I like the linear play of Mafia.
me too.
Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, me too.
I think
I like
because I think the story is more fluid when you go that way.
hmm it is.
Oh,
I like the way they set it up.
yeah. You're not
Hmm
gonna like the way it have you. You're not gonna like the way it ended because I was pissed at the way it ended. But that's just me. Did you do you did the race shit already, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I did that.
Yes. I know,
I
Serge,
don't
you
know how
already played it.
close I am to the end.
I didn't beat the game. I played it back in the day, but it
Play
was
it
super
now.
clunky back in the day.
Play it.
It probably feels
Play it now.
so much better.
No,
Because
it's
back
so
in the
it's
day, it was clunky, clunky. It
no,
was
no,
clunky.
it ain't clunky now. That game is very nice.
Clunky.
That is one game that I just said, you know what? Let me go ahead and play it and beat it because I appreciate the gameplay and what it offered because it told a story, and I like a game that could tell us a good story. So let's talk about these topics tonight. So one of we're going to talk about, since we're talking about Xbox and all this, you guys heard about the co-founder of Xbox going to Amazon. One, I want to know what y'all think about it. Do you think Amazon is going to try to jump into a console business and launch an Amazon console? What do you think Jay Allen is going to bring to the table? Now, mind you, this is also where what's that guy's name? Uh, he worked the other guy from like Panos Panay. He worked for Microsoft. He designed the Surface and all the hardware for Microsoft, the Surface Phone, the Surface Book, all that was under his domain. And when Microsoft made some changes, he went to Amazon. So with Jay Allen, who they call one of the fathers of Xbox, to me he just needed a job. Um, is over there. What do you think they have in store for gamers? Uh, Serge, what do you think?
They've already Amazon's already been working with gaming with like same thing with Game
Console,
Pass,
right, right.
and
But see, he works
bonuses and
under,
stuff like that.
but he works under. Panos Panay, who's hardware specific type of guy. So he's developed hardware for Microsoft, big time.
I'm thinking it may be the stick. They may be trying to
A
refine that
hardware stick and put games on stick.
yeah. Yeah,
Interesting.
or like the streaming stick.
But that's what they do already.
Like
So what
but
does
I'm saying
Jay us
refine it.
and you think Jay Allard would bring what to the table?
Possibly hardware. They could, like you say, it could be something like working towards a deal with the or the handheld or something like that. Because if
Good
they working on
point.
devices,
Very good point. And that's where
because
his strong
Amazon
point
did
is.
want to get in the handheld market, so yeah, that could be a mutual interest that they're working towards together.
Okay. That's a very good point. Oh, gee, what about you? What do you think?
Well, Jay Allard is one of the main reasons why I bought a 360. He sold me. He really
Really?
sold me on the 360.
I had the Xbox, the original, so nothing's better than that. But go ahead.
Yeah,
And he went to such an extreme because he was a very heavy set guy at first, and he wanted to change the look of Microsoft. He tried
Hmm.
to make Microsoft cool with the 360. He changed his look. He started wearing nicer clothes, metrosexual style stuff. So he was
Hmm.
really cool with, you know. So he's probably going to do the same thing with Amazon. I can see a console, or like you said, a handheld or something like that. I can see that happening. Um, Amazon got the money. We need them. We need them in the game
they
industry.
need each other. They need each other if that's what they going towards.
Yeah, that would be great to see a handheld or something like that from them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I think of.
Okay, Jazz.
I agree with the handheld venture. I think it's a really good match. My mind, like when remember when they first started talking about the TV integration and everything. I don't know
Hmm.
why. My mind keeps going back to maybe something like how they had the Fire Sticks, but Xbox. If you don't have it integrated into your TV, I don't know why. I can just feel them doing something like that with the cloud computing. So you have your Xbox stick, what have you. So, mm, I think it's good. Let me see what they come up with.
I think. Okay, what else?
That's basically it. Like either a handheld or for those, like I said, who don't have the TV with the Xbox app in it, something like that, then maybe a stick like they did for the Fire Sticks.
Content is everything. Now, I don't know if you guys heard. I don't know if Amazon. I mean, if did you guys also hear today? And I'm going to segue into this as well. But did you guys also hear that Google lost their Epic bid, and now Google has to open up their Android for other stores? Did you guys hear about that?
Mm-mm.
No, that broke today.
That broke today, supposedly. I know they're going to appeal it, but if that is the case, that leaves open for a lot of other stores to be Microsoft and all that. But my case I'm making with this point, real quick, is I was thinking, I didn't even think about the handheld, so Serge, that was good. And one thing they could do, Amazon could probably do better than anybody else, and good if they do it. I'm not sure it'll be a good thing, but if they did do a handheld, Amazon has a way of making it cheaper because they can do some type of Prime deal, or I mean, with the Amazon Prime membership to give you this, and then they already got the back end for it. Their games run on Windows, so they could do a back end like that. They would be a good competitor. What
They would.
No one has a lot of content. And I'm gonna tell you who content they but I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna get to this story later because I want this is Microsoft, but I'm gonna get back to them. They have content out the yin yang. And technically, no one has more content than them. No, no one has more. Let me phrase it this way: no one has more IPs than them. that they can keep going year after year with nobody else and with Game Pass. They just don't know how to run a business, in my opinion. But the handheld, I didn't think about that. I was just saying, I know a console would be very expensive for them, but through that Amazon TV stick, if they can hardware, but Paz Panay, he's the hardware person that left Microsoft, and he left kind of shady. He left, no, he was fired. Let's say, in my opinion, I thought he was let go because Microsoft was going a different direction. But with Jay Allen coming to work under them, that says a lot, maybe to me. Whatever it is, it's a revenge. I'm telling you, it's a revenge against Microsoft. I'm gonna predict this till the end. They're gonna do something after a lot. I'm telling you, it is. It is revenge to Microsoft because I don't think Paspanoy left on good terms with them. And Jay Allard, I just think he needed a good position, and he see the gaming industry's hot, and he knows he's the father of Xbox. But we'll see how that turns out. I
Yeah,
am
I'm a
in,
fan
I
of AI.
am very, I am very, because I'm gonna predict if they come out with a handheld before Microsoft, I'll be pissed. Because to me, Microsoft needs to come out with a handheld now by Christmas 2025 and launch it. Because a handheld is never going to be as powerful as the next gen console. Because I don't see even putting one out at the same time as a next gen console, unless you're saying, but some of that same cloud technology, cloud services they already have right now, because little be that's it's known they can adapt some of that same AI technology that they're putting in their Copilot laptops and all that, because they developed their chip. Some of that technology they can put in a handheld, but that's neither here nor there. But if they being Amazon can come out with a handheld before Microsoft, I will be blown away. I don't think I'll buy it, but I just think Microsoft is further putting themselves too far out where the market is going to be too saturated, like phones, and then they're going to be it's going to be harder for them to get in, even with Game Pass. It'll be harder for them to get in the market because they're putting Game Pass everywhere anyway. So what's going to make you want it outside of it being a Microsoft product? Which I'm gonna hit on that later too. But as far as that, it's interesting. I would like to see what Amazon's going to do. The only thing that Amazon does, I think people wouldn't, the thing that people don't realize, especially at this day and age, it's good that you can make a handheld, but if you don't have IPs and you don't own IPs and content, you really just selling everybody else's services. Then you're gonna have to do what Apple do. Oh, we're gonna take 20, 30% and put everything on there like Google and Apple Store, but everybody can't have a successful store. Everybody's store is not going to be successful. Everybody's handheld is not going to be successful. Even though you have so many people putting them out. Lenovo handheld. I have that, but I don't think it's sold more than the one OG has, or definitely not Steam, because Steam has a platform on it that everyone buys. I don't want Steam. It just didn't interest me. But my point is that's that. But we'll see how that turns out. Interesting though. That was a good thought process that Sarah said. He thought they'd come out with that. I don't know, but we'll see. He knows. We will
Listen,
see. That's interesting
all we
concept.
can do is speculate until the truth
Yeah.
comes.
I
Yep.
mean, and Amazon can do it. They had Luna,
And but they
so
don't have Luna. They have Luna.
Mm-hmm.
They have Luna. Now I'll be honest with you.
yeah, they did
I'll
Luna.
say this first and foremost. I I log into Luna from my TV because I log into everything to play it. And I played Fallout. And streaming Fallout was better than streaming Fallout on Microsoft Cloud. As
Hmm.
it but yeah, streaming Fallout on Luna was seamless. Nice. No
That's
problem with it
good.
at all.
I was always curious.
Really, really nice. I mean, really nice. So I had no problem with it whatsoever. But
It felt like
that's what
GeForce Now.
Yeah, it felt like GeForce, but there's a reason why they said they can't do that with the Microsoft one, and I think that's why it's not. You're not going to see a real change in cloud game with Xbox till they move to the new consoles, because I think that new console is going to be a hybrid with that Windows OS in the back end, so they don't have to worry about the console part. But earlier, we're going to talk about this Final Fantasy remaster titles coming, climb the chart on the Xbox Store, proving Xbox players actually do love JRPGs. Because earlier in the week, somebody, and I'm not going to mention this personally because I particularly don't like them. No, I don't say I don't like them. I don't care for them. That's the wrong word. Because he was like, "Why are JRPG? What is that? Metaphor for Tazio, whatever the game launching." So everybody was complaining about why did Microsoft get the marketing rights to it, and Microsoft don't know how to market. Why did they get the marketing rights as a Japanese game? Xbox gamers don't play these games.
Yes,
Well, a couple of days later, it came out. Well, that game popped up. Um, Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered popped up in the top 20 games, which was very good for a Japanese game that was already released and that type of game. So he kind of shut that up. So what y'all thought about that?
we out here.
Is that what?
Yep.
We gonna play it. It doesn't matter.
Mm, right. So do you think that there is a home for Xbox games?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Yeah.
even when Mega was with us in the podcast, him and I were vibing on the same thing, saying bring more JRPGs or even just Japanese games in general to Xbox. Because even if it isn't a JRPG, we like them random, quirky, what the heck is this? Oh, this is
Hmm.
kind of fun type of games.
I mean,
Something
they
different.
Especially somebody who likes.
experimented. They experimented with their own JRPG years ago on the 360, and it was quite successful.
Which one?
Lost Odyssey.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Shoot.
And Blue
Lost
Dragon.
Odyssey was
Renaissance
very
of
well
Fate,
received.
Near, was it Chained Echoes, Monster Hunter World, Japanese, it's
Only reason why I
RPG.
bring up Lost Odyssey because that was strictly Xbox.
Lost Odyssey was fun though.
Yeah, I'm just saying that was their version
Yeah.
of the JRPG, but that was
Yeah,
an
it was.
Xbox only
Right, because
JRPG.
they had to go out there.
That's
But
why
some
I bring
people,
that up.
when people didn't realize even then, Sony was blocking a lot of those people. People were saying, well, they don't want to come. No, it wasn't that they didn't want to come because everybody likes money.
Mm-hmm.
Sony was blocking a lot, like they're doing now. So
Yeah, but that was an accomplishment. I'm just saying that was a major accomplishment. Xbox had a
yeah,
JRPG. I don't know why they
true,
don't do
true.
more
I
of them
agree.
because
Right, agreed.
it was successful. It was well received.
OG, what about you?
I think they'd be very successful because Microsoft had a platform now, with Game Pass, and they can introduce those games in Game
This
Pass.
wasn't on Game Pass though. That's the funny thing. People had to pay for that, and it did well. That's my
Mm-hmm.
point. It didn't go to Game Pass. This
See, that's
proves
just
a
another
whole
option.
different.
That's even more awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
that's even
people's
more
telling me,
awesome.
like, you're missing out. Play Lost Odyssey.
But,
Okay.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. But it was funny because what was that? Dragon's Dogma did well on Xbox because I bought it.
Shoot, Yakuza.
Yeah.
Technically, those are JRPGs, and people
Those
are
are
starting to play
JRPGs.
those
True.
now, even though
True.
they've been out since PS2.
J action RPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And a
Another
big
genre.
following now. Hell, they getting a
Another
series on
genre.
Prime. Me and my sister are looking forward to it because the movie they came out with in the 90s was trash. So, side note. But yeah, people play it.
The
So
audience
I
is
just
there.
think the audience is, if you, okay, put it like this. This says it all. If you can't sell 5 million Final Fantasy 16 worldwide on the PlayStation 5, don't tell me anything. You can't say one word to where a game should go. Because I promise you, even if Final Fantasy 16, but I think when it does come to Xbox, and I'm going to predict it between January and March 2026, 2025, if that game comes between then or even June, it's a good chance it's going to be in Game Pass. Even if it doesn't go to Game Pass, guess what? It's going
I'm
to
I'm
sell
surprised
on
it didn't sell
Xbox.
good. I'm
Why are you
surprised at that.
surprised?
It was really good. I played the demo on the PC.
I
it's
played it
really
on the
good.
PlayStation. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was okay, but I think they got caught up in what a lot of people, because I didn't play it either, because I refused to buy it at the point till I played it, where they have to mention a certain race of people, or we just excluded them. And my point was, if you exclude everybody else and you're saying this is a game that's going to be based in this region and only this region of people at this point in time were there, then that's good. But if you put every other race, ethnicity, race really, in this group, but leave one group out and say it's not or uh, factually correct to have such, then don't put anybody else in there either. That's when I didn't like it. But I played it because it was in the PlayStation. And it was pretty good. I have to get it. It was pretty good. Final Fantasy VII was pretty good, the demo I played. But that game 16 was pretty good. I don't know why I didn't do well, but to me, I know why I didn't do well, and I keep telling you why I didn't do well.
The audience
Part
is
2
changed.
crap.
No, everybody's on Call of Duty.
Yeah.
The audience
And
has
what
changed.
Serge said,
Yeah,
because
audience
that was
change. Yeah,
us.
audience change. And nobody wants to play those games like that anymore.
If we do, we got jobs. We can.
And that's the kid. And I'm telling who. I mean, who
120-hour game.
I cannot. I mean, that's what I was trying to explain to Double. He's like, when you think you'll beat it, maybe 2 or 3 months down the line, because all I can give it, even was it Tales Online or whatever, Mana, that game's going to take me. If it's a 50-hour game, I'm not gonna. I can't devote that much time to a video game anymore. I mean, I'm not gonna say none of us can.
Yeah, not even that. Like,
You
sidebar for
can,
what you
but
saying,
it's
those
just no.
type of games I don't want to rush through. You
Right, that's
going to
true
take
too.
your time. So it's already a long
Right, because
game. Then
you
you going to
right, and
savor
you
it.
going right, but you don't have the time either. I mean, like that game will probably be good for you to stream some days because it's so long, and you can talk to your audience while doing it. But I get up at 2:30 in the morning, come 8 o'clock at night, work week. I got stuff to do. I don't have all that time to dedicate to a game because come 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, I'm done. Then Saturday and Sunday, I'm in the street. Saturday, I'm in the street all day. And then Friday night, I start playing and 8, 9, 10. If I'm not hanging out and I try to play, don't let me play upstairs. I can tell you that now. I'll be knocked out in 5 minutes because guess what? I'm still getting up so early, work, tiring you out. You got a lot going on. So that's what I'm like. We'll play those games, but will everyone else play that
You
game?
gonna
I
be
don't.
you won't be dedicated to play that.
Mm-mm. Like you got to be. But it's a game that I could tell you this: if I leave town and I'm not done with it yet for Christmas, it's going to be right on my handheld. Then I have more time to dedicate. So I do think there is a home for Japanese games on Xbox, most definitely, and it would behoove a lot of those developers in Japan if you want to have an extra income stream, a revenue stream, whatever you want to call it, then you need to think about how do I market my games to Xbox as well. And
I mean, they starved Xbox so bad with them. Maybe that's why they'll be successful now.
Everybody's rushing like, oh, they finally got a
well, but guess what? That revenue stream is not there for them on PlayStation.
Yeah.
And even if
blah.
And I think it's going to change even more when the next Nintendo Switch come out because it'll be powerful enough to run all those different types of games. So then they'll have all these Japanese people will have Japanese developers will have different revenue streams and can make money. But just trying to say, well, we're gonna stay to PlayStation, it's stupid for you to say you're gonna stay to PlayStation. It doesn't make sense. But we'll see. But I do think again, it works that way. So anybody else have comments about that?
They need to get all the money they can.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it for me on that one.
The reviews are coming out, and I want to know your thoughts because one, Starfield sold like crazy, Shattered Space sold well. Do you think the hate brigade is there influencing the score? OG, your thoughts. I'm going with OG
Of
first.
course. As long as it's
What
not
game
on
y'all talking about?
PlayStation, it's gonna be some hate.
Because you it did that thing. Well, I didn't hear part of it.
You say what?
I said, what game you talking about? Because it did that thing where I
Oh,
didn't hear
oh,
part
I'm
of it.
sorry. Shattered Space. I said Shattered Space. Do you think it's mediocre scores are representative of the actual gameplay or the game overall?
Mm. Or
OG
just
said the
blank hate.
media. Yeah. OG, you finished?
I was about to say, yeah, as long as it's not on PlayStation, it's always gonna get a bad review. Anything
Yeah, it's true.
software related, it's gonna be a bad review. So
So what you thinking of it? What are you liking in the difference of the gameplay so far?
I don't think OG played it.
I
Oh
ain't got
yeah,
to
you
the
was
Shadow
playing it.
Space part.
Oh, I thought you said you was into that. You was just saying you were playing Starfield. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, shoot. I'm Starborn. I done beat the game twice again.
Starfield twice?
Y'all done beat it twice.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
once you beat it, it continues. It's one of those like RPG continuing type things.
Yeah, it's well, I don't know if
NG1.
y'all gonna go back and
NG.
play it. I don't spoil nothing for y'all.
No, I don't have time to go back. I wish I had that luxury. I know I'm not gonna go back. I'm gonna get back to it. I played it this week, but
Well, when you
I'm
beat
not.
it, you have it's a chance to continue it. Like you
Yeah.
still have your character, but you go through the story again.
Yeah,
In an
but you're
alternate universe.
Starborn.
In an
Yes,
alternate
basically, yeah.
universe.
Alternate,
Oh,
exactly. Yes, that's it. Alternate universe.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a
okay.
cool game.
I'm sure it is. I don't have a problem with it.
Mm.
What about you, Jazz?
I'm
Because I know
excited.
Serge gonna be opinionated, so I want to get him next to last.
I can't really say. I mean, I did touch Starfield, previously. It's on my list to reinstall. I want to give it another shot since they did them updates. So I don't know if I can really give a fair,
Okay.
opinion because I didn't play the DLC. But I agree with what
I can,
what Double said. If it ain't on
I can
Sony,
tell
they
you
gonna
this,
hate it.
Jazz.
What?
I can tell you this, Jazz. It's very customizable to your liking now.
Okay. Is it
Oh,
less
So when
desolate?
you go
Cause
to
that's
the
I just
settings,
yeah, cause I just
you
felt
can
desolate.
change as much stuff you want. Yeah, you can change it to your liking.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
See, I'm definitely gonna give it a chance. I can't tell you when all these games I got on my list to check off, but definitely gonna give it a chance.
what about you, Serge?
I really ain't got nothing to say about it. It ain't has
Okay.
not been on my radar.
Okay. That's why I said I'm gonna say him for the next class because I knew. I knew he was gonna say that. Okay. Well, me.
Honesty.
I may come around to it because I still got to beat Elden Ring. I ain't beat that
Oh
yet.
That's what I'm
Lord
saying.
Jesus!
Long
Diablo,
list.
Somebody,
Diablo coming though.
somebody knocked me upside my doggone head to get me to play that game. I mean, I got the
Dunk.
game, had it for two
Play it with
years.
us.
I need to be. I know, right? But see, the only reason I don't think I can play with y'all is because you guys are so far ahead, and I'm
No,
not
Nah, I
even.
got a
I'll be at.
character that's
we
young.
got
I got a
yeah,
young
Oh,
character that just came out the
okay,
we got
first
lower
area.
levels for that very reason.
okay.
Because I had a buddy that wanted to start a new game, and I was playing with him, and then he just disappeared.
Oh,
So he like level 20. I got a level 20. I got a super low level.
no. Well, me as
That's
far as
pretty.
Starfield, I think it, like OG said, it's a lot of hate, and there's nothing that game can do but get hate. Because once you have the game was fun to me. I liked it. It's just a long game. And then when you have other games come out, I'm gonna blame Game Pass. Everything I'm gonna do is reason why I don't get to a lot of stuff is I'm gonna blame in a good way Game Pass because Game Pass offers you. If I was sitting on, no, I ain't gonna say that because that'd be me being shady. But if I was like the other day, I turned on my PlayStation. I'm like, I started playing The Last of Us updated version because I already beat it. And I'm like, yeah. I started playing Spider-Man, and I was like, okay, these games are cool. But even the extra games that they got, there's nothing that compares to Game Pass because it's like I ain't gonna say it that way. I was gonna say it's just like that. I was like a big boy going to a smorgasbord, all you can eat, and you just ain't gonna eat one thing. You're gonna
It's
eat everything.
like no,
And
and then it's like seeing something that you ain't never seen before.
right,
Like, what is it? It's
exactly.
all
And yeah,
glistening and
and
glazed
right.
perfectly. Like, hey, let me try a piece of that.
Let me try this.
You don't know if you're gonna like it or not, but it looks interesting enough to sample.
I'm
So
sorry. I heard
that's
you
on hand.
bark.
But
Oh, you can eat.
and let me tell you what else is funny. I'm gonna call it. I paid for it. I don't know if OG did it already, but I paid for my Space Hog, which is I'm gonna call it the Warthog, but I'm gonna call it the Space Hog. That thing drives nice. When
It's
I
cool,
say that
ain't it?
thing, yeah, that thing drives nice, and I think that helps you. That will get you back into the game too,
What
That
about
was
because you
that
my
know
main
more
jetpack
water.
complaint.
too? The things
Oh
was
That was
like
yeah.
my main complaint.
the little
Yeah, now
Remember,
it's
Oh
sparks.
that.
remember how irritated I was exploring the
Yeah,
planets, not getting
yeah,
nowhere. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, main
Now that
complaint. I will
hey,
probably
What's
enjoy
up with
it a
them
little bit more.
jetpacks? They fixed that?
so,
yeah, but the Space
yeah.
Hog, the Space Hog is
So,
it. I'm telling
certain planets,
you.
if
Yeah,
the gravity is not, great, you can boost in that thing and it'll
yeah,
fly
yeah.
the
Ooh.
world.
It is the Space
Yeah.
Hog. Yeah, because to me, when I
So
drove it on
yeah,
the
it's
planet,
cool.
yeah, it's like I'm like, oh man, this thing is nice. It doesn't feel clunky. It feels nice.
And on
So
them planets
that,
that you had all that acid and stuff, it's a little bit easier, huh?
yeah, and no gravity,
Hmm.
gravityless planet, less gravity. It's really like the OG said, it kind of float.
Shoot, I landed on some enemies in that thing.
Now
Like
that would be
like a
fun.
Titanfall.
Yeah,
Boom.
that would be fun. That would be fun. I can allow that. So I bought the Shattered Space for I think it was $30. I'm like, it ain't gonna hurt me because I've got it in Game Pass now. That's what I wanted to say, and I told you guys for Call of Duty. I wanted to mention this. I don't give my. I'm not giving my gamer tag at the end of this show because I don't want them to go back and look if anybody over from Xbox listen into the show. You know, Call of Duty 6, the one that's coming out at
Call
the end of the
six.
month. They got this. Did any of y'all go in your game and see that they got the add-on pack for $30?
Mm-mm,
Did any of y'all try to buy that?
mm-mm,
Nope.
mm-mm.
It was free for me.
Call of
So
Duty.
yeah, I'm like I ain't
Shoot,
saying
let me
nothing.
say.
I'm like I ain't saying nothing. It was free for me.
That's odd. I'm
That's
I'm
why I
telling.
said. Yeah. But haters will hate. So it was free for me. All I know that $30 pack, like they did for the Starfield, the $30 pack, the Vault Edition. That's what it's called. It was free for me. Maybe they said, okay, you bought so much from us and you've been with us for so long. This is your secret gift.
That was their
I ain't
sorry for
saying
giving
nothing.
you odd number achievements.
Yeah,
There you go.
yes, but we'll see. I mean, I don't have a problem with Shadow Space. I think it's going to do okay. You know what? Here's the funny thing about it doing okay. It's already going to do okay because all the Game Pass people who got it on Game Pass bought Shadow Space for $30. They already had that money from at least 2 to 3 million people on PC as well. So you think about that, and those on Steam who bought it, they already got their money. I don't think they worried about it at all. So I think it's going to do well. Now, one of the other subjects is this rumor, and it wasn't a rumor, it is a rumor because we don't know for sure. The Gilliam family and Tencent trying to buy Ubisoft, a Chinese publisher. What do you guys think about Tencent? Who is trying to be like Microsoft in the game industry? They're a publisher, like EA, like 2K, Square Enix. They're bigger than Square, and they're lending money on the back end a lot, and they're doing a lot of publishing in the back end. They may not. They'll even own part of Epic. They own a part of Ubisoft. So, what do you guys think about that? What do you think that's their end game? OG? No, Serge. What does your think their end game? Being that you think the rumor is true that they're going to go, they're trying to buy it and take it private.
With Tencent being
Yeah,
the
Tencent
main
will
mobile
probably be.
thing.
I think Tencent's going after Ubisoft, and I think they're going to be a part, at least 45% owner, because the Gilliam
If that's the
family.
case, I could definitely see them stipulating a lot of that stuff mobile. I see Tencent because Tencent, if Tencent get Ubisoft, that'll change the whole game in the essence that have actual mainline titles that they could represent themselves with, as well as they could recoup the Ubisoft server and all that stuff. Like everything that Ubisoft is tied into, then Tencent can utilize. That would be very crucial for that company. 'Cause I wonder if
Okay.
all the Ubisoft contracts would have to be obligated, or if they could work that out. Like with Xbox, they had a Ubisoft on there and all that
Well,
kind of stuff.
I'm gonna tell you about that too. I got some theories on all of this. OG, what about you?
I, I don't know what's Tencent's end game,
Oh, I do.
but I had no idea what's Tencent's end game. But I would rather for somebody else to buy Ubisoft instead of them. And like y'all was saying, how does that affect Microsoft's deal with Ubisoft?
That's point one. Oh, yeah, that's one. Because I guarantee they
Yeah.
have a clause in there somewhere that they cannot be sold to any of their uh,
And that's
major
why I'm
competitors.
curious of
Mm.
how that will work out.
hmm So yeah, I'm curious, but I don't know. I don't know what's Tencent's end game.
Okay.
Just
Jazz,
yeah.
what do you think?
I really have no idea. I'm curious to hear what you're gonna say. Like, what points
Oh,
did we
I
miss?
oh, I got a lot of. I'm a conspiracy theorist on that one, and all of my conspiracies come through because told you guys last week that this was going to happen. I said, watch out for a 10 cent coming after Ubisoft because that price was too cheap. But go ahead. I want you to finish.
I
Definitely see that.
honestly don't know what their end game is other than
Ooh, ooh, I
getting.
do. I do.
What? Go ahead.
I
Educate
want
us.
you to tell me you're finished.
I really don't
You finished?
know.
Like, yeah, I
Yeah, I'm
want you to
finished.
tell me you finished.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Let's go back a couple of years. I want you guys to think about this from a larger perspective. You ever heard this saying buy low, sell high in the stock market?
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
main thing.
Keep
Yep.
That's how
the
you
thought.
make your money.
Keep the thought. Keep the thought. Keep the thought. Okay. 3, 4 years ago, Microsoft went down to buy Bethesda, right?
Hmm.
Around the beginning of COVID or right before COVID.
Right.
Ubisoft was around $10 billion because they're like, or $8 to $10 billion, like, hey, they can go after them next. It was around the time that, and I'm maybe off a couple of months, sometime, but it was Cyberpunk 2020 was launching, and remember they were worth about 7 to 8 billion, and then they had the catastrophe that they had. Now, that being said, at that point in time, Ubisoft was worth 10 billion, right?
Right.
You see, this company is now worth 1.9 billion, 1.5 billion. It's cheaper for me to take it private now because I don't have to pay as much as for me trying to take it private at 10 billion. So me trying to buy you for $2 and pay $5 instead of paying you for 12 billion when you worth 10 billion. So my point is, to an extent, I'm not saying it was planned, but it was a doggone good strategy to me to buy the stock when they've always wanted to take their company private. And isn't it a good, isn't it a thing right now where everyone's saying that, oh, um, Tencent lent them that money many moons ago to get a part of the company. Now they own 4% or 5 or 9, but the Gilliam family owns more. But you don't own as much as the stock, but now they want to be able to go to the stockholders, right? And say you worth 1.9 billion. Let us pay you 4 billion, double your money, and buy you out, the stockholders out, at a cheaper price when with 3 or 4 years ago they were worth 10 billion. You guys get what I'm saying? Do you think it was their plan to drive that stock down? You see, they didn't stop any of them dumb games they were bringing out. All they didn't have any hits. They just say put them out. So it's to somebody's responsibility to say let's have hits. Ubisoft, a lot of them games didn't play well. We already know that. Although I do think this Assassin's Creed in Japan would have done well. But maybe that's why they didn't want to put it out too. They wanted to wait. Maybe they were scared because, oh, it's a black guy. We don't know how to roll. Let's change them up. Let's lighten them up. I don't know. But I do see the fact that it's all about buying them now when they're cheap. So that's like your house. Would you sell your house if it you 350 to 400,000 for your house, but then the success assessed at 100,000? Are you gonna sell your house for somebody to come in and say, "Ooh, let me offer you 120," but you bought it for 500,000? Or you sell your house?
Mm-mm.
It ain't happening.
There you go. And them shareholders will be fools to sell out because I'm like, if now the other part is that is where's the FTC? Where's the CMA? Tencent is getting bigger and bigger. Not one sign, but they can't say anything until the actual deal is announced.
Well, can they say anything? They can't say anything about a Canadian company though.
They're a French company, and CMA and SEC, yes, they can. Yes, they can. Just like the CMA said something about Microsoft and the EU. Yes, they can. Their regulatory body regulates everything in their countries, or countries that the EU operates in, and the CMA, which is Great Britain or United Kingdom. So my theory, 100%, is that I just think it was a plan all along. Drive the stock price down, buy it cheap, so they can take it in the house anyway. Because if you look at their stock 2 to 3, 4 years ago, they were almost at $10 billion.
That's ridiculous that they lost so much money like that. That's really ridiculous.
They lost so much money. So wouldn't you want to buy it cheap?
For sure.
And then even if the owners buy it cheap, and it's like Dell went private, and they come back out public again, and then they stock was worth more. I think they did. There are a lot of companies that go private, but these private equity firms, yeah, Why wouldn't a private equity firm buy them? But I think somebody else
But
is
maybe Ubisoft is looking for somebody else and not TenCent.
10% on
Maybe it's
4%.
EA.
I would prefer now
Maybe
that would
it's
be I would because EA wanted to merge with WB. EA should have merged by Ubisoft. They got 1 point. They can buy them for 5 billion. EA got the money.
mm-hmm.
But see, in the Gilliam family, they probably get them extra stock. But yeah. But as far as 10 cent owning them, if the CMA and the FTC doesn't say anything, which I think they won't, then Lena Khan needs to lose her job. But that's my conspiracy theory. I'm just telling you. It just seems amazing that stock went down so much, and their games have
Yeah.
been bumbling and just messing up. So, what did you guys think about that?
It's a good theory.
So,
Good theory. Strange.
it's it's strange, yes,
Yeah.
but not out of reality. Because I'm telling you, when that stock was going so low, I'm like, watch what happened. Because stock was only at $1.9 billion. That is what was scary. So interesting. All right, we'll see how this turns out. But I think the next couple of weeks are going to be very interesting. But somebody's going
I
to
hope
put a bid.
EA. I hope EA jumps in there. I do. I hope EA jumps in there and buys them out.
I think EAR take two. Because the second they try to go private, you're going to have somebody else step in with a bigger offer, and it's their fiduciary responsibility to go to the highest bidder. Now, if I was Microsoft, they couldn't get away with it, but Microsoft, I'm like, okay, let me loan you some money to buy this company. But we'll see. Sony may go in their purse strings and say, hey, let us get a loan for $4 billion and go further in debt. Because Sony can get a loan and say we'll spend $5 billion on it. Well, they
Sony
would.
can barely buy cornflakes.
I said they would get a loan, didn't I? Hell, the loan would have did better than the loans they got thus far, don't you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shit, don't be surprised Microsoft gives Sony a loan. At this point.
Yeah, at this point,
Shit.
you're right about that. So we'll see. I don't know. I just think it was quite funny how this transpired. And I never would make a deal with Tencent. I just wouldn't. Okay. Now, these two subjects I'm gonna this last subject I'm gonna tie together, OG. One is I'm gonna get your thoughts on Halo Infinite going person in November. You heard about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You heard about that? All of you guys heard about Halo
Yep.
going third person?
Oh yes, it's tons of
It's an
Halo
option, right? It's
news.
not
You know
like
that?
Right.
only.
Option. Okay,
It's
but I'm
a
not.
Yeah.
mode. It's a mode.
There we go. So it's
But I
not
ain't
like, oh,
finished.
you have no choice,
But
right?
it's a mode by 343. Now, that being said, 343 Industries over the weekend announced that they changed their name and that they're moving to Unreal Engine 5. And they showed concept of Halo in Unreal Engine 5. You guys seen that? Jazzy, you got the clip. What do you guys
Big
think about
clap,
that?
Yeah, let me pull it up now.
big clap, big clap.
And with that, the rumors started running. So I want to get your thoughts on this. As with this, oh, it's coming to PlayStation. So,
Big clap.
OG, What are your thoughts about them going to Unreal Engine 5? Did you see the video?
I seen parts of it,
Okay.
and
And what?
I seen a couple of the concepts of Unreal Engine 5
Oh, it looked
on
dope.
here. It looks good.
Oh, it looks great. It looks
It looks
great.
real good.
What do you think about the rumor? Then everybody said, "Oh, well, then I can't wait for it to come to PlayStation."
I want it on PlayStation.
I don't.
I do.
Why
Infect
not?
the PlayStation.
Why not?
Like the flood.
Yes. Yes. Put Halo everywhere.
I don't agree with that. But go ahead, get your point out.
Halo needs to be everywhere. It needs to be the biggest seller like it used to be. Put it
Oh, it will
everywhere.
be. It will be. But I wouldn't want it on the PlayStation. But go ahead. I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
I think that's a good
Well, it's your
move.
opinion. This your opinion. Go ahead.
It's his opinion. Go ahead.
I think it's a good move putting it on Unreal Engine 5 so it can
That's
go to
that.
PlayStation.
Gears of War ain't on PlayStation. That's on Unreal. And it's always been on Unreal. So I don't know why people are running with that narrative. But go ahead. Finish.
Point.
Slipstream, that Slipstream engine,
It was an old engine.
obviously
And
it was an engine in house, and
nobody
they
knew
couldn't
how to
port it
develop
in.
it. Right.
Right. So go ahead, put it on Unreal Engine. It's going to go everywhere. That's my opinion. I think it's just going to go everywhere anyway. It needs a refresh. You had 20 years. Hey, it needs to be everywhere. That's my opinion.
Okay. Jazz?
I
No,
like.
Surge, then Jazz.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Surge.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jazz. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, Double's ending statement was perfect. We had it for 20 years. Go ahead and put it everywhere. I mean, I agree. It's had a great run. I don't see why not sharing because people know where it came from. You know, there's no mistaking. So I'm not even worried about all that. So they see Halo, you still gonna think Microsoft Xbox, but anyway, I'm curious to see the third person view since it's just a mode. I think that's pretty cool. I usually play what's the game? PUBG. So that's the one game that I like playing third person in. So I think it's cool. I'm looking forward to it, especially with Unreal, seeing the new transition and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Surge, what about you?
Third person, Halo has always had third person. Whenever you grab a big gun,
Right, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
drive the
get in a
truck.
ship,
Yep.
Yeah, your truck.
whatever, everything. And it always made it feel somewhat awkward. I want to see if they are able to translate that. And I know this is going to break the immersion because the first person mode, even though you saying double OG, double M, it's time for refresh. Doom Eternal and Doom had a refresh. Wolfenstein had a refresh. They remained in the first person mode, and that's part of the immersion of becoming that character.
That's why
In
I'm
my
glad it's an
opinion.
option. You absolutely right, but that's why as long as it's an option and it's not this is the only way you can play, then I'd have a problem
It's
with it.
most likely going to be an
Person
option.
Halo, I could see if they introduce a new character with it. Don't do it with any of the characters that we have established. Make a new character for this. Make it a
Yeah,
whole new experience. I know it's just a game mode, but I'm saying if they ever do that, don't make the same mistake the TV show made. Do a whole new experience, whole new story, whole new everything. It's enough space and everything to create something
they
new.
did say they have a lot of other implied. They have a lot of different types of games they're making. Let's say that
Yeah.
the projects.
It
They said
says
projects.
the whole Halo universe coming.
Yeah,
That's what
because
they
like
say.
for instance, I could see like the Marines and all that. Like if you was like bare bones, but like I don't like every time I was in third person, I liked it for where it was at in the game. I understand there are people who like third person because of GTA's and Gears and all that, and it adds a certain level. But the hip fire method of third person, I've never really gelled with third person when it comes to getting into a game. Yeah, I'm a Max Payne fan. I give you all that. But when I play those third person games, I am not that character. I am watching a movie of this character. That's why the only reason that the immersion level of it is where I'm getting kind of shaky. But if they make it their own and do what they did with God of War, I will take it. Because you could change stuff and make it all new and better and still enjoy the old. So hey, said all that to say if they did just better do it right because this is a major property and Halo has been like weak in the water per se. So to make Halo magnificent again, that's something that you dream of, but do you have the capability of doing that, especially in this medium of all these games that are failing right now? We need a something innovative and new and to rock it out the park. I appreciate they doing a trial run in the Infinite though. I really do.
Okay. Anything else?
Mm-mm. That's me.
Okay.
I'm a Halo fan. I'm
Yeah, I'm a Halo
sorry.
fan.
Halo is special.
I'm a Halo fan, but I will say this. I don't know about the third person unless it's similar to Starfield's third person. I don't know if I can play Halo in third person unless I'm in a multiplayer side. But then you're gonna have these snipers, and if you got snipers in a multiplayer and you
Oh
third person,
It
that
yeah.
always
sniper
goes
stuff,
first person,
right,
and
You switch.
when you go into the scope, because
right,
that's the
right.
thing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
whenever you go when you aim, you're going to
But
go
no,
back into first person.
but I understand that. What I'm saying is, if I'm third person shooting at a sniper, sniper's gonna catch me all the time because he's in
Yeah,
first person.
Yep.
That's
yeah,
where I'm coming from. That's the point where I'm coming from. But
and
it's
that's why I said
interesting,
like the hip fire
right?
type, like trying to aim the hip, and then you
Hmm.
constantly aiming
Yeah,
anyway, and then zooming in and all that. That's that latency and the
right.
timing of that, but how
But
fast you can go into the gun from the third person. Hey, that
that is,
adds mad milliseconds
I
to the
would,
gameplay.
I would, I would have to see it unless everybody has to play that way. Then, but if you can play and then everybody else can play the way they want to play, that's not going to be fluid to me. Because I remember Call of Duty did it, and I'm like, I played it in
It
third
was
person. I'm like,
really
I
lunky
didn't
and
like,
clunky.
right?
It
I didn't
worked
like,
sometimes for
and
certain
I didn't, but
scenarios, but
mm,
overall, it was clunky.
I didn't like it. So I'm weary on that. I'm going to try it out when it comes out in November, but that we'll see. As far as them going to the new engine, I think that's a good move because they have some of the people they can get help from just in case, and that is the people that making gear that they under new leadership, and that guy seems to be
You heard that, Jay?
taking no crap, and he seems to be, and they're trying to go a different route, which I do appreciate going a different route with a game is to do something new and do something fresh to make Halo fresh. And if they even take Halo darker, because to me, you need to go a little bit darker if you're going to do something with the flood. That's the only thing I not didn't like it. I just didn't like the flood because it was just nasty to me. And then I don't care anybody say it was just it's like icky playing when you fought that was just me. So I just think that would be when you make the flood darker, it's going to make the game much better because of the flood, and they can do so much with that if they go
You don't
around.
like
Mhm.
popcorn?
Excuse me.
You don't like popcorn?
Heck no, not most of the flood.
That with the flood.
Stop.
Did you understand it? It's just something about that flood I didn't like.
I
It's just, I
hated
mean,
that
It's
not
part.
like you, man.
because it's
It-
like they come in, it's hundreds of thousands of
yeah,
them.
yeah,
You
and
see
it's
them taking your Marine buddies, you can't do nothing they did, and you just shooting their bodies, you running from them, and they just taking over, and then they get superpowers.
Yep.
yeah. So that's what I didn't like. I mean, not like. I mean, like is not the right word because I liked it in the
What
game.
made you fearful of
Yeah, that's the
that
fit. Yeah, let's
scenario?
say that. Right. But what I don't agree with OG on in any sense is that putting Halo anywhere to me is not a thing. Halo, Gears, Forza,
You see, I didn't
and
touch it.
Fable. Right. Fable,
I forgot all about that part.
Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable are iconic with Xbox. Leave up because Phil's trying to put all these games everywhere. Leave me and leave Halo. Halo's got me back in the gaming. You leave my Halo alone.
For real.
You got all these IPs going everywhere in the world,
All right,
and
you
you
right.
trying
They
to put them, and
chose
I
to branch
respect
out.
that. But leave me something on the Xbox so I can appreciate my Xbox. Don't tell me, and I have a big problem with everybody trying to say, "Ooh, just play PC." You play PC because I have a security problem with PC.
Mm,
Not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I work in cybersecurity. I'm talking about little
Bruh,
kids and all these other people
bruh. When
who
you
you
get
trying
down
to.
to the nitty gritty and people getting scammed on
There you
even
go,
just getting items that they not supposed to have, take people
and
taking people's accounts.
and,
It's
and,
all
and
types of
it's
craziness.
all
Like
types of
what
avenues for you to
that's
be
what stopped me
jerked
from
around.
playing Warcraft. Do you know
click
how
for
many
free
times
currency.
somebody stole my whole account and you playing for over 200 hours and someone steals your account and then
Yeah,
you
they
on
don't
the
have the proper
phone?
right, and they don't have the proper controls in place. Now they may have some better controls in
They
place
got
now.
way better controls. This
Right.
is like 10
But
years ago,
but
but
but but
th-
but
16
still,
years ago.
you don't put a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old on a PC to play a video game.
No,
And and
because we
and,
did
and
have kids and with adults. No, no.
yeah, but like I said, I remember one day, like a couple of weeks ago, I was playing Call of Duty with my nephew. My nephew's in Louisiana. And he's 11 years old. And he's playing Halo with me. I mean, not Halo, Call of Duty with me. And I told him before even people see he's a kid to talk to him, like he's not going to talk to you. Just remember, he's on here. He knows who he's playing with. You guys don't exist to him
He
in a
excited he
multiplayer game.
playing with his
No,
uncle.
there you go. And
Like
and
he
I'm like,
playing with the
and
dog,
like,
man. Like,
and I'm like, he's not going to tell you his name. He's not going to tell you anything. He can say my name, but he's not going to tell you his name. And but you don't have
that
people.
ain't funny. That's some weirdo
No,
stuff that be saying
right.
that. That's
And
some
you
weirdo stuff
listen to
for real,
these
for real.
multiplayer games when you have kids on there, and these people talk to these. I'm like, no, you don't talk to kids. Leave these
They
kids alone. And so when people trying to gravitate all these kids to these PCs and high end this and high end this, you don't know what kid is going to be gullible
less
to this.
security and
Mm-hmm.
more
Hmm So with
availability.
that being said, I'm just saying keep
You
Halo.
just made me flashback.
Hmm
Made me
Just
flashback.
Okay.
just saying keep Halo, Gears, and Forza to Xbox. I don't have a problem with you if you want to put all these other games everywhere. Halo, Gears, Forza. You leave that and what's the game that I wanted to? What's the Nazi game? Wolfenstein. Now, don't put that on PlayStation anymore. Leave that for
Oh
me.
no, yeah.
But yeah,
No, let's
I
kill
can't
all
get over
Nazis.
Doom. I can't get over
Cars.
what they did with Doom. I can't. Hey,
yeah.
I'm just now getting into that Wolfenstein, but that
Mm-mm.
Doom had my heart full for a minute
Yeah,
since it
Doom was
came out.
good too.
It
Right.
shadowed
But
Wolfenstein for
if
me.
you want to go there, just make sure you keep those games on Xbox. I can see them going to that, but keep
Always
you.
have your core
It's
games
you
where
can
your
right.
audience
You can
knows
right. You can get
they
to a
can
certain
rely on.
point that you think you're trying to get money, and everything is not about money. Everything's about your fan base who's going to be ride or die with you, no matter
And
what.
you can
Because
lose your fan base
we're
off of people
there,
riding for everybody as well.
there you go, and that's the point. Because you just because you going for everybody, and don't mean everything's going to be a success. So they're trying to spread it out, and I understand spread those other multiplayer games out. But Halo, leave it to me, and I don't have a problem being on PC. So the last philosophical question I want to ask you guys, and this is about Microsoft. You have two people, and I'm just not going to say where you're going to put them, but strategize with these two people: Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond. What would you do with those two people, and how would you work with those two people?
As in what
Eh,
specifications?
What you mean? What you
Gaming overall, gaming overall. I just want to see what you guys want to say. You got Phil Spencer, and you got how would you utilize Phil Spencer, and how would you utilize Sarah
As
Bond?
like in the market, gaming market.
Just gaming overall. How would you utilize OG?
Hmm.
Real quick.
um dang, I think they already in eight spots. Cerebon
No,
How
for
would you
Mm,
I
in your
said,
tough.
how
theoretical
would
world?
Mm.
Where would
you,
you
they're,
want them best at
how would
they're,
gaming?
you
they're,
utilize?
Cerebon in devices.
That okay.
As far as,
Okay, go ahead.
consoles.
Okay.
Um, Phil. I don't know. It's hard to tell with Phil these days.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, Jazz, what about you?
Yeah, I was gonna say Sarah with devices since her mobile experience.
Okay.
Phil, I don't know. Um, there's so much, and they're
Okay.
working on JRPGs, so I can't say.
Yeah.
I'll be like, hey, can we get somebody that already in the works? I don't know.
Phil can do retro gaming.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Serge?
With Phil, I see he's
I'm telling you how you
more.
use both of them. How would
He's
you use
more.
both?
With Phil, he's more. I will feel he's more crowd orientated. Like I can see him running the like just playing games and chopping it up with fans online. Like use a Twitch, Xbox, and play games. Like I'm playing 33 Immortals. What would y'all like from Xbox? Woo woo woo. He seems easy to talk to him like that, you know.
Okay.
And then with Sarah, she's more so a frontliner. I would have her doing like ads, like maybe get with the marketing team and like run some kind of ad scheme to where she's the spokesperson for ads because they always want someone that looks like her to speak as profoundly as her. Why not
True.
utilize that in marketing?
True.
Okay. Okay. Surge is almost where I'm going with this, but I couldn't tell you guys. I wanted to get your guys' organic thoughts. Let's say it that way. Phil is to me. I take Phil as strategy. Sarah is going to be the person I'm taking in the battle, ride or die. If I'm taking somebody in the battle that I know I'm gonna fight with, if I'm going to fight a battle,
Valkyrie, my Valkyrie,
yeah, I'm taking Sarah because Sarah
my
knows
little
how to
Valkyrie.
fight. I will take Sarah to fight because Sarah gonna say, "Hey, I ain't losing this battle. I'm gonna win it at all costs." Phil is this kumbaya strategy guy. We can do this, we can do that. Let's be
And that's why I
fun.
say
Let's
he
be
would be
friends.
good at
That's
like
why.
chopping it up
That's
with the
why.
crowd.
That's why I just said. That's why I said you were close to where I was going with that. I was just trying to make sure you guys give me some organic thoughts because I didn't want to lead you down the path. I wanted you guys to give me your
I
thoughts
figured
because
you
to
wanted
me,
something like that.
yeah, because to me, Sarah is my ride or die just by how she operates. She's like, look, we in it to win it. Feels like, because I'm not going to forget what Phil said. She came in with a different. And as I see Xbox and how all this stuff is transpiring, and OG is buying into that thought too, which I don't have a problem with them putting some games on consoles, on different consoles. But that Halo, Gears, Forza, Fable, I don't ever want to see Fable on anybody else's console.
And like I
Not
said,
Fable,
with her
not,
marketing like that, with that
not,
kind of shrewd, let's get it
right.
attitude, that power that comes with when she
She
speaks, with
she has a, and to an extent, I think, and
je ne sais quoi.
this is me, I think they're going to be jealous of her. A lot of them are
They
already
already
jealous
are.
of her. And I don't think, and I think to a point, Phil may be intimidated by her. Maybe I'm wrong, but in the long run, he was intimidated by her because they said, "Oh, we didn't think like you." And that's always when a person comes in from the outside at Microsoft, they try to tell them, "Let me do my job. You do
And she
So
you."
what? I
doing it.
mean,
She doing it though. Mm.
so is he slow or something?
No, I just
She
think
knows she's coming in to win it. She's coming
Phil
in
don't,
to win it.
right, but Phil to me doesn't want to fight. People see him as a, I used to think of him being uh, a person in the back end that you don't know what he's going to do, but you just better watch out because he's going to get you in the end. No, because when he said this, and I have posted something to this nature, when somebody gets said that exactly what Double said, it's going to come to PS5, and I said, this game is not coming to PS5 because Phil got people believing that. You can't tell people something one day. Stay with your facts. If you're gonna say something, be a my dad always told me, be a man of your freaking word. Now, upper management may have said that, but Phil should have said, you know what? You guys have spent the money for this. Let me run it. You let everybody else in other divisions, let me run this strategy. I've been fighting with one hand behind my back. And now you want me to do everything overnight. That's the way Xbox looks to me, is that Microsoft wants everything to succeed at once with no long game strategy to say how we're going to actually pull it off. Sarah's coming in and say, this is how you pull it off, but then they're coming around saying, oh, you too aggressive. And I said that word for a meaning. And I meant what I said, and I wanted to say how I meant what I said. And some of you guys are gonna pick it up when I say aggressive, but that's what I think they think of her as being an aggressive person.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you'd be a genius if you were somebody else, but she has to be aggressive, huh? But it's like they're scared to go forward. But Microsoft, I look at everybody else marketing, and our biggest peeve with them, they're scared to use their power. And again, I'm like, is it because of this merger? I don't know, but that's why I just wanted, before we end this, I just wanted to get your guys' opinion on Sarah and Phil. And Sarah is 100% ride or die. I take her to battle. Phil, we'll talk strategy, long range goals, kumbaya. What do we think of this? What do we think of this game? But if I'm going to fight, no, Sarah gonna be with me.
I think they just walking on eggshells with that merger.
That's what I think too, but we'll see. So that is everything I'm talking about as far as strategy. They got all this stuff to do. They got all these IPs, and they sitting on gold mine. Like, I don't really support. I mean, he gets on my nerves a lot now, but Coke did a good video today about the long range. So I tell you guys to look that up tonight if you got time. Coke's latest video, and he did all these games. This kind, I forgot a lot about a lot of them games coming out to Xbox. So when OG, if you take the time to look at that video that he did, he put all these games coming out. And I'm like, okay, then more than that, if all those games are coming out by Xbox, then the games that I just said need to stay on Xbox, because Xbox need its own image
Hmm.
for itself.
Even though you're sharing your image, you always need an image to
Yeah,
come home to. I need
exactly.
something that represents you, why I
True.
buy your product. Because
Hmm.
once you become obscure, you're obscure. That's what Microsoft problem is. They have no image. They are
You're no longer
Microsoft.
unique.
And they don't know how to market to young people either.
Yeah. Because
All right.
just like everybody see Xbox, when you say Microsoft Xbox, no one believes you that it's Microsoft.
And you notice
It's
they start,
weird. It's
if
weird, man.
if you notice the Call of Duty latest commercial, you show Microsoft at the very end. They starting to put that in there now.
Yeah,
But
they need to start doing that because, like,
Finally,
we make your freaking OS.
yeah, we'll see.
Like, front that. Like, show who you are. They, man, I don't want to say be like PlayStation, but be like PlayStation. Market yourself. Start sounding like the one.
Like the
You
one
don't market
said,
right.
marketing. Yep.
You don't market right. Show your big back. You've been working in the gym. Show your big back. Flex that.
There you go. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've reached our ending. We've talked about all our subjects. So, let's get on with our outros, and we're going to have, let me know when you're ready, Jazz. We're going to go with OG first.
you can find me here every Monday with the rest of the crew. You can also find me on Twitter, OG Facebook, All Things Geeky. That's our group. And yeah, that's it.
Okay. Serge, what about you?
Well, I've been posting on YouTube again. You can
Oh,
find me
good.
as Sir Rich under YouTube. I have a couple of videos. I've played Marvel vs. Capcom on Twitch. Sir Rich on Twitch. So we've been doing our 7 days every Wednesday, and we was on last Friday, and I snuck in some Marvel vs. Capcom. Actually, went online for the first time on stream, and it was fun. It was
Oh,
really
that's
fun.
good. Okay.
You can find me as Sir Rich Gaming on Facebook. as well as Sir_Rich on X.com. And I'm
Okay.
posting more videos. I'm getting back in it.
Getting back in
I'm
the
getting
groove.
in it. I'm getting in it. Thanks for Jazz and Ray. They've been helping me get back in the groove. It's
All right.
always helpful to have others with you when you.
Ray Della Vega.
Yep, Della Vega Games.
Della Vega Games. Okay,
Yep.
give him some props.
Give him a follow.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Everybody like and subscribe, please. What about you, Jazz?
Yeah, wait, let me put that like and subscribe banner up. There we go. Y'all see it. Y'all heard the man. But I will be here every Monday with the crew for our podcast, of course. And like Sir Rich said, we've been back on that 7 days. I also have a few videos up on YouTube. Got some shorts. And I premiered my part 1 of our 7 day saga. Thanks, Double. I know you was watching too. But yeah, we gonna continue that. Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, X, and YouTube. All Jazzymoto. JA5ZYMOTO. Hootie ho.
All righty, right.
Getting at it.
What about you, boy?
And I can say anything to what I said earlier.
You gonna play Elden Ring with us? That's what he said.
That's it. That's it.
That's exactly what he said.
That's all.
I don't know if he gonna stream it. Shoot, but,
That's all
we
I
gotta
said.
get on that.
Get a few
bud.
practices
that's
on
all I
stream.
I can say anything. All right. So on that note, everyone, thank you for joining us, and we're gonna have Mr. Sir Rich get us out of here.
Oh, it's time to holla. Holla,
Holla,
holla, holla.
holla.
Yep,
Holla,
it's
holla.
holla, holla,
Holla,
y'all.